Many of the terms, comments, and stories you're about to hear may not be suitable for some. Listener discretion advised.
I'll give you a good reason why my house is not complete. I have a professional wrestler and a gangster rapper building my house.
All right now, boys and girls, we want to introduce...
Mom says when I wear this badge, you're supposed to treat me like a man of the law.
Dave Sheridan.
I did poop my pants a little bit on purpose. You know, I wanted to.
Oh, so. You did it.
CJ Creech.
I actually got on Facebook a friend request from a member of ISIS this past week, which was really freaking weird.
Have you seen your beard lately?
The Dave and Creech Show.
Now here's your hosts, Dave and Creech.
Nice mask.
It's the best one I got right now. I didn't know we were going to be on video. I didn't know. Normally, to call in. I did a podcast where the guy was doing Anchor. Do you do Anchor at all? Have you heard of Anchor?
I have not heard of Anchor. I feel like your hand's gonna get tired holding up that
and it's free.
that phone.
Are you driving?
Oh, I was just taking it off of my car phone. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Okay. Yeah. I lost you when I turned the phone off or the car off. This is fun watching my wife get pulled by dogs. She can't control the dogs. I like how Damian has that same his same location from when you do the screeners, the commentary.
It's the only room where I can barricade the kids from coming in.
What room is it? What room is that?
It is a guest room.
Okay, got it. Is that a bed then, or is that like a wainscoting kind of thing going around, like a trim?
This is a fireplace.
Oh, it's a fireplace. Okay, got you. So
there is a bed over there, though.
Oh, shut up.
Isn't that exciting?
Yeah.
And a fireplace.
You can't listen. They can't see my mouth. They don't know who I'm talking to. They don't know when I'm yelling at you. Okay.
And a fireplace.
They don't know when I'm yelling at you. You can't do that, honey. There's no commentary. No commentary from the peanut galleries.
She wants a fireplace.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's gonna be great when we release this and people are like, "That's not Dave." We just overlaid your voice over somebody else with a mask.
I'm not sure I signed off on being on video. That's why, I didn't know anything about it.
Should have read your email last night.
Oh, I don't. Who reads? I'm going to.
You responded to it though, so I assumed you read it.
I don't know what I said. What did I say? I think I said something like, "And Damian, the video covers for the VHS tape. I didn't even do that." So we now.
Is this recorded? This is good stuff.
It is recording.
This is great
Yes.
stuff.
This is the whole thing.
Damian, you are now part of the Dave and Creech experience. This is what happens on our podcast. This is why we're the number one podcast in Lithuania, in Belarus. We are the number one podcast in Belarus.
We may be the only podcast there, but we're still
the
number
only
one.
one that's been, we're the only one that's been uncensored because there's nothing to censor. It's completely unrecognizable as an art form. They do have this at the MoCA, the modern art thing. I'm in the dog part. Oh, do you want to see a three-legged? This is such a cute dog.
Which dog are we supposed to be looking at?
It's hard to tell.
This guy.
Dalmatian?
He's a Great Dane with 3 legs.
This is a bed. I'm just finding out now. People think this is a bed. Maybe I should...
It does kind of look like a headboard. Oh,
but dude, all those times you've been like watching movies and stuff, it's like in bed with Damian Maffei.
I could make that into a whole thing. Yeah.
Exactly. There's that 3-legged dog. He's really a good guy. He's a really good kid. My dog's. So time's up. Time's up. Where are we at today on it? We're on with Damian. How do you say your last name? Maffei?
Maffei.
Maffei. What is that? Like some sort of French pirate thing? That sounds like you were
It is a French. It's like Basque. So it's that country in between Spain and France.
Right. I'm sure they had pirates. They must have had something, right? I mean,
They're always at war.
Yeah, but because you're in between Spain and France, is that like bullfighter territory? Maybe that's like bullfighter. They have bullfights.
I don't know. I've never had the I've never felt compelled to bullfight. So
Wrong. You've never. I would love the bullfight, but I wouldn't want to kill it.
Look, I think it's frowned upon now. I think it's the wrong time.
I think that's probably why Dave would do it.
Oh, what's the term?
I'm gonna make noise.
What's the term? What do they call it now? They don't call it bullfighting. What do they call it? Bull dancing. Bull
teasing.
Bullshitting. So did we cover the Time's Up stuff?
We covered me trying to find my light and you at the dog park.
Okay.
And my Office T-shirt.
So I don't watch The Office. What is that character?
That's Michael Scott. Just like the main character for the first 7 seasons.
Oh, I don't know. He looks. It doesn't look like him though. It's like he's making a weird frowny face.
Well, he's Prison Mike there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prison
He's
Mike.
like it's like in between Tupac and I don't know. He looks like
I have
that.
to go back to where I was.
Robert, whatever.
He's Prison Mike.
Prison Mike. That was an episode he was called Prison Mike?
Yeah, it's one of his characters that he would do.
I'm Prison Mike. So
where did you get that shirt, Creech?
I bought it online.
Let me just tell you, the Doofy 2020 shirts, I know a lot of people have been asking about those, and I think it's going to get back on track. So the guy, Pete, that was printing them in San Diego, there were fires here these last 4 or 5 days, and he got evacuated. And I didn't know that. And so I'm texting him, thinking that he's blowing me off. And I was luckily, I was being really cordial and nice on the text. I was kind of like giving that dude space of, oh, he didn't answer me today. Oh, let me hit him again. Hey, man, what's up? Are we close to the T-shirts? Did we get the shopping cart set up? Because he is setting it up with Spotify, or not with Shopify. Then finally, after 5 texts that I sent over 5 days, but I never got like, well, dude, if you don't want to do it, well, fuck you, or anything like that. He said, oh, man, sorry to get back to you. I was evacuating my house. We had to get my kids and my dogs out. The fire's right above my house. And he sent me a photo. And I was like, I felt like, thank God I didn't like do, if you don't want to do this, if this doesn't mean enough to you, et cetera, et cetera. So, but I just got word today that his house didn't burn and he was able to go back today. So, and his family's okay. So that's good. And now he's working on the shopping cart. So we should be launching those Doofy 2020 shirts. And once they get printed, I can probably toss a few into Time's Up here. We can add that into the pot somehow. Damian, I am going to get you one copy of this film that I did in 1992. It's only available on VHS, and I only made about 100 VHS tapes. So I'm left with 10 right now. This film is an anthology of a bunch of short films and characters I did with some actors from Second City, Horatio Sands, Amy Sedaris, Mitch Rouse, Ian Roberts. Some of these people have gone on, they're pretty big names now. And I don't know if Carell's in it, but I know he was there when we were shooting. So anyway, it's never been digitized. So whoever gets this, I'm going to put one up for you and I'll sign it. And maybe we could go and eventually, if they hit me up, if they want me to track down Amy Sedaris and Horatio Sands, I can get them to sign it too.
It'll be like the never-ending perk. where you just track down signatures. Let me ask you, when people watch it, do they get like a phone call, telling them they're going to die in 7 days, and then like some chick crawls out of a well? Or
Fortunately, no, it's not hard.
okay, all right.
When people watch it, they're probably like, what is this tape? Where did I get it? So,
They'll probably just be horrified at the 480p quality.
oh yeah, because it's never been digital. This thing has never been digital. It's literally a VHS tape shot on analog cameras. So the only thing I'm hoping that we could get whoever buys it to agree to not digitize it and put it on YouTube, because none of this stuff is available on YouTube, and I think that's what makes it special. Hopefully they'll understand that, being somebody that is able to watch a VHS tape and collects a VHS tape. So
Okay.
we'll see.
Yeah, we can make them sign something or sue their asses.
Yeah, or Time's Up. Time's Up. Time's
Kill
Up.
them. Yes, kill them.
How did you come about Time's Up? Was this who wrote Time's Up?
Elsie Holt wrote the screenplay, but it was sort of birthed by the both of us. He kept kind of nagging me to do something kind of guerrilla style, and there was some ideas out there, but I wasn't feeling, all of them. I wasn't like I feel so passionate about this thing that I want to like bleed and sweat and cry over it. And then I was doing some research on like bullying versus when I was in school, when I was in school versus today, and how it's changed or not changed. I got pretty deep in there. It was pretty ugly. I was talking to a lot of teachers, those who would talk to me, parents. I was in like these private, parents groups where they were talking about, the terror their children go through, and some students. And I discovered that, nothing had changed. There's a social media aspect now, but like some of the worst cases of kids don't have any social media because all that happens on there is they just get fucking harassed. So that was something that because I went through hell myself in school. So I kind of wanted to explore that. So we kind of put it in, horror movie form, slasher form. So that's where that started to come along. And then we were thinking of, the title, that it just popped in my head, and I kind of loved it. And I know that there's like a whole movement, Time's Up movement. And I was a little concerned about that. I did poll like 200 people, mostly women, really, passionate feminists, and some who are, don't, say anything publicly. But, no one seemed to mind it. So I stuck with Time's Up.
It seems like the props are selling really well. Maybe we need to just create a lot more props, like hubcaps from the cop car.
Well, one of our stretch goals will be help us pay for a cop car, and then we can offer up the hubcaps for it.
Yeah, like what am I gonna wear? Maybe I'm do I get do I have one scene where I've got those those hand like strengthener things that like my grandfather used to have those. They're like hand strengthener things. They're like those. They sell them at like Big Five Sporting Goods. And he did have a really good grip, my grandfather.
That's what your character wants?
Yeah, maybe I'm always working with that, right? And then it's like on screen hand strengthener by Sheriff Woodrow. What's my name? Woodrow?
You're not the sheriff, okay?
But wait, what am I? Deputy? What's going on? Hold on a second.
Officer Woodward.
Officer Woodward. That sounds
let's see if you can sell this VHS tape. I will
promote him.
I will promote you.
You mean, yeah, come on, dude. I didn't know. Wait a second. I signed on thinking I was sheriff. Now I'm just an officer. So, I'm telling you. Officer
You want to be special officer?
Yeah, don't know. I've already played enough special officers. But Officer Woodrow sounds like the kind of guy that would like make sound effects for everything he does. So Sounds like that guy from Police Academy or something.
Michael
Winslow, Officer. Yeah, Winslow.
Winslow, Woodward, yeah, same thing. I'm the sound effect officer, and
You can try that out.
You could do all the Foley effects for the movie.
now, is there an opportunity for people to be extras? I saw there might have been one that was like you could get killed. Are there any more acting roles available for people like like that kind of stuff? Like
Right now, there's roles for high school age actors or kids for students,
right?
But otherwise, no. Nope.
Well, I'll tell you, you run into two problems there with the high school age actors to put up some money. One is they don't have money if they're high school age or that young. The second is how are they going to get there? You know, if there's obviously there's 20-year-olds and stuff like that. But I think if you find a couple roles for more like the 45 to 50-year-old librarian or I don't know something. Those are people that have extra money lying around, you know.
They don't have to be in high school.
Right.
Look high school. Makes a nice gift. Also, I mean, it's not like if this campaign ends and that isn't sold out, we're going to be like, we don't have enough people to fill the scene. You know, this was the last opportunity to offer something where you could wind up in the movie. But while there is a decent, there's a high body count in the movie, it's not like, just a massacre. Anyone that dies in the movie, there was a reason for it. Right.
Oh, that brings me to a point, and this is part of my comedy bit. I used to do. I'm not very good at doing comedy. That's why it was part of my comedy bit, and it was past tense because I don't do stand-up comedy. But there's always these bullying. I get asked to do like anti-bullying PSAs and stuff all the time, and I usually don't like to do them because my thing is, though, you would agree that there is something natural about a bullying process. It has to come from somewhere. I believe that there's something organic about it in a societal way. Not saying it's completely healthy, but it's not something that's manufactured. I feel like it does come from, that's why most bullying happens in that kind of teenage years. It seems to be almost a natural phenomenon that comes along with the sort of have and have nots and the I'm developing boobs, I don't have boobs, I have pimples, I have great skin, this guy's got pizza face, whatever it is, you know what I mean? But in the flip side, everyone is always very negative on bullying, but there is positives that come out of bullying, and because there would not be a Zuckerberg if he wasn't bullied. There wouldn't be Bill Gates if he wasn't bullied. There wouldn't be
the guy that's going to microchip all of us.
Whatever. I'm just saying. Hey,
it's my comedy.
Yeah, Bezos was. Look at the guy. You know he was bullied. He was wedgied. He was shoved in a locker. You know it. But it does drive people because for you to say there wouldn't be you if you wouldn't be who you are without the bullying. I think that
I'm an asshole.
You're also a leading actor. You're a movie star. Would you have become, or would you be
just an asshole? I don't know the other things you're talking about. Is this the comedy thing still happening?
Yeah. I was wondering.
So you're a big advocate for bullying. I understand.
I'm not an advocate for it. I'm just not one to slice it under that it's got to completely end, because I do feel that there is a.
How do you
go
feel?
ahead? What?
Well, I didn't get much bullying because I decided I was just going to get too fat so I wouldn't get stuffed into a locker. So,
right.
I lucked out on that end, but I'm still waiting for the comedy bit myself. And this
Wait,
thing.
I bully all the time. Don't I still bully you? Well, I told you. I said I don't do stand-up comedy. I think that's kind of funny.
I understand what you're saying. It's you got to go through these. It's part of life. You got to go through these things. That has. If you look at it now, like I get lots of friend requests from these, douchebags I went to school with. And they're like, man, heard you're in a movie, saw you in a billboard, man, that's fucking awesome. And I'm like, what's happening? Well, now we're friends? Okay. But they're all bald or huge or just miserable, haven't left the town, and thanks to their helpful bullying, I'm at the top here on an Indiegogo campaign. So I mean, I get what you're saying there.
I think
that kind of thing created the Jeff Bezos and the Zuckerberg.
Well, I guess you
I get that.
So where are we at right now on the Creech? Did you check in on the Indiegogo today? Where were we? Like, we're close. We're only
it's like 90, 93, 95. I know it's getting there. It's like really close.
I think it's like at 37 or 38, right? To 40?
Yeah, like nine. I can check really quick. It's 37,345 out of 40,000, so 93%.
Yeah, and I know the Doofies are going to sell, but that ain't going to push it up over the edge, but it's going to help a little bit. I might have to do something else. I might have to sign some underwear or something like that.
Do an OnlyFans.
We did sell a bra.
I know that we kind of have to put something up that's going to be sort of an answer back to Felicia's bloody bra, where the guy actually, do you know that somebody contacted her and asked her specifically what size was the bra, as if it mattered, like it's going to be like a guy's going to put it on top of.
Well, he needs to create the life-size mannequin. The mannequin doll.
So he's got to have it ready. You're saying he couldn't just get the bra and go, okay, now I'll spend another 2 weeks.
He's not just going to run out into the street and kidnap any size person. He wants to make sure he gets, a girl off the street that fits the bra.
Oh, it's just like the guy's looking at a bloody bra on Indiegogo, and then he reaches out to the actress. What size is that bra?
It's just a little bit creepy. That could be a horror movie in and of itself.
Let me ask you a question. I should research this myself, but you were on an Indiegogo once. Bloody Summer Camp?
Yes. That's the one with Felicia we just did. Right. And Creech is actually in that movie. I got Creech on. I actually, we have a nice scene together, right, Creech?
Yeah.
So we have the whole cast here.
Yeah.
So they wanted to raise $5,000 to get you in there, right?
Yes, correct.
And they wound up raising $27,000.
Yeah.
Right? What the fuck did they do to get to that goal? Why did they shoot so far over?
Okay, but it was a flex goal. So they made the 5,000 at the time that they made the 5,000. That was back in April. They kept it going. You can keep the tab open, and then they just kept adding stuff and promoting because of the pandemic thing. We couldn't shoot in April, so they thought there was no reason to close it out. So
what were they offering to keep eventually? Everyone's bought shit.
Okay, one of the big things that they offered on mine was they sold all the names of the characters, and so when I got the script, my name was Sheriff whatever, and then when I got the set, it was Sheriff, a different last name and first name, because they sold the names, and I thought that was a good idea because some of these names don't really matter. You know what I mean? They're not that important. Right. So instead of Officer Woodward, I would be Officer, whoever.
Woodrow.
Smithburg, or whatever his name is.
Officer Smithburg.
So they also offered up more, because here's the thing. On that one, it was just Felicia and myself, and it was not full of, I think we have a lot. This is a really solid cast, of some veteran actors, and people that have a lot of acting experience. That other one was a lot of young actors that literally paid. They paid the $3,000 or $2,000 to have a role. So there were people. So they really went at it. The other thing they did was I think I told you this, since it was a summer camp movie, they sold. And Creech, did you see the oars? Did you see the oars that were signed with the?
Yeah, I had to sign them.
And I think they sold those for 100 maybe, or 125. And we all had to sign it. So that was like a cast signed oar that had like the camp logo burned into the oar thing. And it was really nice. So they did oars and mugs. And that's why I was talking to you. I thought, Creech, what do you think of this idea? I was telling him maybe he should do New Year's Eve hats. You know what I mean? That say time's up on one side and Happy New Year on the other. And then if you can figure out a way to make those screen worn at some point if you wanted or something. But because I know I know you have the T-shirts and stuff, but people really, you could see people are really responding to the on-screen, like screen worn. Look at your devil thing in the Pitchfork. What was that, 2,000, 3,000 that you sold that for?
2,500, yeah.
That's crazy. That's
guy in Germany.
Yeah. And obviously, it's probably easier to sell stuff from movies that have already come out. That's the weird thing, is like trying to sell things. But can I tell you one?
I did put up the scythe today, and someone bought it right away.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought you said you were only going to be able to do the blade.
There's the one scythe that they'll use in the movie.
Oh,
they need to
right.
use it. But the handle was so costly to reproduce that, we're going to put up the framed blades thing.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. I like that. But will that be signed? Will you do like a cast signing on those blades?
Yeah, there's supposed to be a little plaque underneath it where you could, sign it.
Yeah, here's what happened to me on the sheriff. What was my sheriff's name, Creech, in Bloody Summer Camp?
I have already forgotten, to be honest.
It was kind of close.
Sheriff Smithburg.
The Sheriff Smithburg. Yeah, there we go.
I think it was Wilrow or Will.
Was it Wilburn?
Yeah, well, that's it. Sheriff Wilburn. Yeah. And I actually never knew my name, but remember the last, were you there the day with the wheelchair? You were there for some of that, right?
Yeah.
Remember the other ponytail guy? I think his name it wasn't Mark, but
You talking about the other sheriff?
The other deputy, yeah.
Yeah, Sedora?
No, the other one that came that day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that guy was like he paid for that role, right?
He paid for the role, but he also paid for my name change. And I don't know what it was, but it might have been like $1,000. He came up to me, and here's the thing. I'm glad he did it on the last day of shooting and I wasn't informed of this at the beginning of shooting, because my character is a complete a-hole and a complete idiot, and it's a real buffoon of a character. He came up and said, "You're named after my son." And I was like, "What?" And I didn't know anything about that. That's how I found out about the namings. He's like, "You're named after my son." I go, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, my son Craig Sheriff Wilmore, Craig Wilmore, or whatever my name was." He goes, "He just died 6 months ago. He was hit by a drunk driver. He was 24. And he started choking up and crying, holding back tears." And I started like crying a little bit too. Like I was holding back tears because this was like, and I was like, "Well, I'm glad. Thank you for telling me." But at the same time, now it was like, now I felt so subconscious to play that character the way I was playing him when I was like, and he was like, no, go for it. My son had a great sense of humor. He's going to get such a kick out of, and like, he thought it would just like, if he was here today, he'd get a kick out of it. And he's looking down, he's going to get a kick out of it. So go rock and roll with my son's name. So, and Damian should know this. That's one, did he just like even around? Oh, there you go. That's where that's why we were playing around with that name, that other name, the other deputy that we couldn't figure out how to say his last name, because somebody caught the name and it was such a weird last name that we couldn't figure it out. So we made a running joke where I kept screwing up his name because we couldn't figure out we're on set. It was too late to contact the person that bought the thing. So I said, what if we say it 8 different ways? We're bound to say it right once.
I mean, that was a perk that I considered, but I feel like people wouldn't have really gone for it. But you're saying people did.
They did. If you want, I could text that guy finding how much he. I bet you could just go back to their site and see what sold. But
Yeah.
or I could just find out from Dave what he was charging for those. But ultimately, when you asked originally about that 27, that's what happened. They were going to shut it down in April, and they kept it open until August because we didn't shoot
Yeah,
until
I think today is the last day of they're officially closing it today.
It's still going?
It was still going, yeah.
Still going?
Yeah, today is the last day. They're shutting it down.
But wait, Creech, here's the question, and Damian would know this, because again, I've never actually done a Indiegogo, and I did come in near the end where Damian was like, never again, the amount of work I have to do, and I feel him on that. I would say this, we should probably get a couple of those new producers, those new, like Ryan, Creech, tell him about Ryan. He's now one as a producer, but he's like an ultimate scary movie fan, right?
Yeah. I just talked to Ryan today on the phone.
Again, how'd that go? Good.
That went great. He's got ideas, a lot of them, which is wonderful because my brain hurts. So he's coming in kind of fresh. He's got all these great ideas. He's got some Indiegogo experience, and it's an outside mind. And he's definitely welcome.
I think if there's a way he can help you out with the social media sites, like the Twitter version and all this stuff, and for him to keep pushing, that would be great, first of all. But the only thing is, you don't want to give him the keys to the bank account where it's like, what? Because that's a movie on its own. The guy that becomes the producer, he pays the fee to become the producer. Then he says, I've done a lot of these Indiegogos. I could double your money. All right. And
hey, like, man, just give me that login info, man. I'll make us twice as much. And then I'm hunting this motherfucker down.
Right. And then he comes.
And then I got to GoFundMe just to pay for supplies so I can hunt this fucking turd down.
Yeah. It's like no, it's fine. He knows Dave Sheridan. He's one of his biggest fans. And like, I'm just in on it. I'm like, I call him like, all right, I'm in now.
That's why you're wearing the mask, you sneaky motherfucker.
No, this isn't Dave. What are you talking about? I know nothing about. I don't even know what this is. What's it called?
It's Darkman.
Indiegogo.
It's like a Michael Jackson cosplay.
Oh, so this is life, man. This is me respecting people at the dog park. Okay, all these people around here. I don't even know where they're at anymore. They're all gone. Not one person here is wearing a mask except for me. That's me. That's who I am. I don't bully people. They're bullying me with germs right now. I'm the only one getting bullied, Damian. This is me doing research. Dogs hate this mask. Dogs are making fun.
And this is why you turned out to be who you are today.
I actually think
a person who respects others and wears their mask.
Right. Or a guy that shows up at a dog park that's not a veterinarian, but he pretends to be one with the mask. Maybe I should check dogs' temperatures or something right now. It's okay. I'm a veterinarian. It's fine. I know what I'm doing.
I think you have to do that anally.
That's what I'm doing. I'm going to do it right now. Actually, maybe I should do it on one of my dogs.
It's like cue the porn music.
Exactly. I'm trying to get to my car before the battery dies. So LC.
Strictly 100% professional here, guys.
Damian, what films? How did you become friends with LC?
We have these. No, I've never worked with him before. The same convention manager, whom you know, Chris and Stacy.
Do you still work with them then? You're saying or not?
I am still a client of theirs.
What was that?
I am a client of C&B, yes. Although I don't do many conventions. LC and I were at a convention in Texas.
You don't go to any, right?
He doesn't do many.
Right.
It's like if they want, your next guest, they trot him out. But yeah.
Have you ever met another guy from your next? He's a young guy from outside New Orleans. What's that? What's that?
Lane Hughes.
Alabama. Are they from? Is
That's
LC from
LC.
Alabama? Are they all from Alabama? Is that where they're from?
I don't know if the both of them are from Alabama. LC is from Alabama. I don't know where Lane is from. Might be Alabama.
Wait, who's Wayne?
No. Lane. Lane.
Oh, Lane. Is that who I'm thinking of?
I think so, because the other killer in that movie is Simon Barrett.
Yeah. No, not him. It's Lane. Yeah, it's Lane. I did do a show in Cleveland with Lane, and he had a layover in Chicago. So I think it was Horror Hound, and but he flew into Chicago. I was flying straight from Ohio to L.A., but he went to Chicago, and I asked him how his flight was, and he was drinking. He was drinking earlier, and then he drank some more in Chicago, and he kind of got a little drunk where he went down in the subway station to sleep, and he fell because he had like a 7-hour layover. He fell asleep in the subway station, and there was a terrorist attack, and they blew up the subway station that he was in, but he slept through it because he was passed out. So it was only like 100 yards from where he was.
Why would you leave the airport to go sleep in a subway?
Well, have you met this guy, Lane? I mean, like that's why I was asking if you knew him, because he's an interesting cat that has these kind of like this sort of like storied life that has things like that happening. What's the actress's name that's playing Rachel? You're saying, what's her name?
It's Kamara Cole.
Kamara. Yeah, I think this could be Dave Sheridan's not becoming a star out of this movie. You know what I'm saying? Like we've already. I don't know. Like this.
Well, what are we going to re-star you? I mean,
yeah,
it's already been. It's already a thing.
Yeah, I guess, or never have been thing. But if I look at the cast and I go, who probably is going to like pop and gain the most, is a young actress like that, and she's so she's good looking, she looks like she's super talented, and I think I think it's going to be her film to sort of lose in a sense.
I agree, and I completely agree with that. And there's a couple other actors in here, like the guy that's playing Gene, who's the principal of the school. It's this guy David McMahon, who auditioned for the part, and I didn't know any of these people except for Hannah before the auditions, and I just saw David's audition, and and that was one where right away I was like, this guy's great. Like this is Gene. And then I saw he was in like 300 movies or something. He's got like 300 credits. And I was like, what the fuck are these movies? And many of them are abominations, as are on my resume. But there's guys like David, there's guys like LC, and me, who deserve a little better within our luck with movies. That's how I feel. Definitely LC and David. They should be doing more. Not just playing masked killers or anything, but like actual fucking acting, because they can. And they're decent people, They're not grabbing asses and penises and boobs and stuff that I know of. We should really vet everyone now that I'm saying it, so that we don't get,
too late,
canceled. Fuck.
Too late.
I knew I meant to do something.
You already brought Dave on, so that's out the window now.
Yeah. Again, I make it part of my comedy shtick. That's just my thing. Like I go, it's my act. Hey, what's up? As soon as I meet someone, I grab their ass 4 times right from the top. Like then they
just make sure it's equal opportunity.
I do everyone. I do. I mean, right, Creech? How many times have I grabbed your ass?
Too many.
Too many. Okay, there you go. If you want me to stop, I'll stop.
Did you feel comfortable with it?
Sure.
Have you ever told them to ask permission?
There was a dropout. Am I not in now? Do you see me? Whoa, I'm coming back.
You're black.
Stay with me.
Go towards the light, Dave.
There's a leaf
Hold
on the screen.
Can you hear me? Just give me your thumbs up. Nothing?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me.
I can hear you. I just can't see you. Yeah.
Let's check the cam. What's that do? Remove from stream. Dave sharing avatar. I don't know what happened, man.
Maybe it's
The only
we've
thing
come
I
to
can,
the end of the road.
the only thing I
How long
can
do these things usually last? 3, 4 hours? 5
till
hours?
Dave passes out from talking. That's all I could do. I could change your
Well, I
name.
talked to him for 3 hours on the phone the other day. So
Just
that was
don't-
the fucking phone.
Just don't get him started on political stuff, because then we'll be here all night. But I
He's
can't.
gone now. His name is No Cam Dave, but
Yeah, I
has he
changed.
been this silent? Yeah, he's gone. What a piece of shit, that guy, man. Ditching us.
So unprofessional.
Guy's advocating bullying and then leaves.
No Cam Dave is back though. At least it's popping up on mine. Let me see.
I
Nope.
hear you at least. No Cam Dave. I love No Cam Dave. That sounds like a rapper or something. I like No Cam Dave though. You have to show this.
Yeah, I mean we've got the.
Did
the
you
Indie-
mention the name of the movie and the Indiegogo, like the location? And it goes to what? October 28th or September 28th?
September 28th.
That's my daughter's birthday.
So what do we have? 2 weeks left?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
16 days or something like that.
So Damian, are you thinking, would you like to try to raise more money if you get to it, to do it what those guys did? Or are you just kind of like, well, I would just be constantly pulling my hair out thinking of how many more underwear and bras and old shoes to put up and sell, and et cetera, like.
No, I mean that's why it was good to talk to Ryan. I mean there is things that we can do with that money that isn't just like, yeah, man, we can add dinosaurs. Like we could do the dinosaur thing, but there is a lot of places where this money could go that either has no money right now. I mean, there's avenues we could choose, like all these people, doing it for free, or flying themselves in, who which is a good portion of the original cast. Maybe they don't have to do that now. It's like they've been passionate about it. They were doing it because they were passionate about it. Then maybe we can take care of them. Or even more exciting, more effects. Right now, the effects budget is at 18,000 something, and we had to on that a little bit. And I would love to not have to cut back on that. And then there's the dinosaur, which I know it doesn't sound like it makes much sense, but I think having a T-Rex in there would be pretty sweet. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Is he gone?
No, I'm not gone, but look at my
He's
name.
just speechless. Yes.
What's
we
it
see
say? Live? Now it says live from something.
Purgatory.
And before it said went through the desert on a horse with no name. Like, what's
No,
going on?
it said went to the desert. I went through the desert on a horse with no Dave.
Are you doing that?
I am.
Oh, okay. You're a jerk. I thought I'm going through all my apps going, my Spotify must be on. Why am I a Neil Young lyric here? What's going on here? I was like trying to shut stuff off. Thinking, because I didn't want the next thing to come up being like some sort of weird, like all of a sudden it's like it clicks in and starts playing like porn or something on there. Like, why I must have left that up? Like, it's like, because I mean, it must happen to somebody on some Zoom. One of these professional business people doing Zoom must somehow got their background came up as like a red tube or something like that at some point, right?
I don't doubt it.
I don't want to stop your YouPorn thing, but you asked a good question there. And we've not, the school part of, like, a big part of this campaign has been like this Piney thing, which was started as a joke, and everyone wants Piney now, and kind of like the whole school has become its own character. But within the movie itself, because of the budget, I mean, we don't get much school. A couple of flashbacks, that are very isolated. But, there's no scenes in the hallways with, hundreds of kids or, the bell rings and a bunch of students walking out of there because, like, we can't afford that kind of shit. But, people like that kind of school thing, like Woodsboro High or Haddonfield. All these schools are kind of like their own thing within these worlds. So, I mean, that's another thing where with the budget, we could kind of start to flesh out and make Pine Falls a real place. Although, I mean, no one goes to school now anyway because the world is fucked up. But I think, is he gone?
No, I'm here. I'm here.
How the hell do we know?
I know. I was like trying to figure out the goddamn camera. I keep pushing all sorts of buttons. So here's something maybe Ryan or somebody could shed some light on. If you wanted to keep it up, is there a way to spend $2,000 or $1,000 on a marketing campaign that promotes your Indiegogo now, that pushes the Indiegogo up to a next level of beyond the reach of just, posting, you're posting this, I'm retweeting it versus Creech, like a banner ad or specific situations like that.
You mean like a Facebook ad?
Maybe. I don't know. Have you done
I
anything
tried
like
that. Didn't do much.
What do you have? What did you pay for it, kind of thing? How much was this?
Yes.
Like that?
Yes, I paid for it.
What do they go for? Like $500 or $200?
No. You set the price. I was doing like $25 a day, which I know isn't much. I just wanted to see the taste, as Michael Scott would say, of what it could do, and that taste was zero. Zippo. Now, maybe if I spent $500 on Facebook ads, it's possible, but I didn't want to take that risk, because I am in an Indiegogo campaign right now, so I don't, have the money to shell out. Any money is being, going already sunk into this stupid movie.
Right.
But I mean, if there's like a solid campaign thing to help us reach, change the game, reach next level, I would allocate some funds for that from my own pocket. As long as my wife doesn't watch this show. Does she watch this show? Do you know?
We don't know. Is she into bullying? Because we are going to promote this as the bully, the 2020 millennial bully special. This is.
Now, hear me out. Bullying isn't so bad. We'll be back, and then bullfighting.
Fight between
bullying and
yourself.
bullfighting. Dave Sheridan.
It is kind of funny that I brought up bullfighting and then we got into bullying. It was sort of like, wait a second. Running with the bulls. So when you first started because this is your first Indiegogo, right? And your last, right?
It's the first one I of my campaigns. Yeah.
Yeah. And you told me you're never going to do another one again, right? So I mean,
it's a lot of fucking work, and I got 3 kids.
Dude, you haven't even started licking the envelopes and taking the stuff to the mailbox yet.
I know.
It's like, don't remind me.
What envelopes?
Yeah, you gotta purchase them. You're probably spending I think to mail everything out is going to cost $30,000.
Yeah, well, no, we did the math. Shipping everything costs $32,347. So we're doing the movie with the rest.
It's cheaper.
And I have to ship the pitchfork to Germany, so that's another 300 something out of.
I think UNLC should do another Indiegogo where it's done with like GoPro cams in your dashboard, where you hand deliver all the stuff, and it's another movie you're raising money for. It's called Delivering Indiegogo or whatever it is.
LC isn't even fucking here. He's on some other stupid movie. By myself.
Oh, and he's is he on location?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's on location And we've got Time's Up and On Location. We're all, what's another one we can do? Like Dinner's Ready? We have Dinner's Ready. Like,
I have to go to the bathroom.
yeah. No, is that the movie or is that you? I don't know. Is that
That's the movie. I have to go to the bathroom. The movie.
Bathroom break.
What? What are we? How many tickets? What? Like on location?
Yeah, he's on location with our dear friend Felissa.
That's like, but it's kind of like a Mel Brooks title because it's like, or it's that Who's on First kind of thing. Because it's like, oh, so what movie are you doing? Well, I'm on location. Okay, asshole, but why don't you just tell me what movie it is? I'm on location. On location. Can you tell me the name? On Location.
Yeah.
You jerk about it. Wait, you're still doing a role though. I was told you're doing a cameo.
That's what I was told too.
Oh, so you're just told. You're just told.
No, that I was asked. I agreed to it, but it's a lot of trouble for a cameo.
Is it a Zoom? Can you do a Zoom?
No, it's in person.
Can you offer up your cameo on our Indiegogo?
That's a great idea.
That's good, man. Go like you can play Damian Maffei in this On Location. Don't tell anyone.
Do I have to tell the production?
No, just send him that hat and just say, remember, the guy's name's Jeff. The director's name's Jeff. You know Felissa, right? Just act pissed. They'll never know it's not me.
That is pretty good. I mean, I've met Jeff and the rest of the people. So it might be hard to convince them. But
here's
I'm
the thing.
game.
But you'll have Felissa in your corner and you'll have
Right.
Because we made money for Time's Up. So it's like
And LC.
That's what I'm saying. You could say, hey guys, I sold my role.
Hannah's on that movie too. I can talk her into it.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Yeah, okay. All right.
You don't get a screen credit. It still gets
Still Damian's. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's his IMDb.
It goes on his IMDb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
except you have to get like 18 COVID tests.
right.
Get on a plane and fly to Indiana.
Let's see. Can I get out now? You want to hold this for me? I'm having my wife. I'm not even on video anymore. Something happened to the camera. My wife is now in the car.
That's good that something happened in the camera.
Why? No, that's not.
Nobody wants to look at you.
I know no one wants to look at me, but this is high. This is Hollywood, Laura. This is the way these things work.
All right, can we turn?
This is a podcast. You can't.
Is this Hollywood?
This is well, I mean, someone, right? One of us? No, I guess not. You know what?
This is South Carolina and fucking Maine.
It's South Carolina, Maine, and California. Somewhere.
You're Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm the guy in the background of Strip Club Massacre. That's me.
Yeah.
You were in something called Strip Club Massacre?
I was.
And Bloody Camp Massacre? What's that
Bloody
one?
Summer Camp, yeah.
So there's no massacre in the summer camp one.
No.
It could be though. We never know. It could change.
I was in Strip Club Massacre.
You were in Strip Club
I was in
Massacre?
Strip
No, you
Club.
weren't. You're in. My wife's in Wet Marriage Massacre. Marriage Hell Massacre.
Yeah, marriage.
You should get her a fireplace.
Yeah.
Well, we have 3, but we can't use them.
Oh
You
yeah.
don't wanna know.
Because I'm doing tiling on them or whatever.
Oh.
They're not finished.
How long has that taken?
5 or 6 years, at least that I've known him.
No.
That's how long it's taken for him to send me the photo
no.
of that fucking perk.
I wanted to make sure that America and the world understood the perk first, as we talked about it on this podcast. And then I would show you guys if the camera was working. I would show you.
Oh,
No,
how convenient.
as soon as we get off. Hey, Damian, you ought to ask Creech how many days he's been waiting for me to tighten up an edit that he already finished on the Doofy commercial.
Oh, yeah. That's been like a month ago.
Not a month. No, like 2 weeks.
And I messaged him the other day, and he's like, I haven't even started. But I was like, oh, okay.
But no, that's because I'm having a mental block. I'm having some mental anxiety.
It's from the homeschooling.
Probably from bullying. I don't know.
From skate racing all the time.
Skate racing. Oh, I told him about skate racing.
Oh,
Wow.
with the dogs.
Yeah.
We got a text from Dave Sheridan. I'll call you in 10. I just got back from skate racing. What the fuck is that?
You just now everybody look. We just got the podcast audience waking up. Holy crap! They're like, wait a second, skate racing. This is
Is that like rollerball?
It kind of is.
No,
It
it's
is.
the dogs.
No, this is just
What?
me and Rocco. The dogs don't do the skate
Oh, I
racing.
thought that the dogs.
We
did.
take the dogs out for a warm up and then we skate race. There is a little bit. I do a thing. I do Jonathan when I'm winning from him.
Who's Jonathan?
Jonathan's from rollerball because my son is on a bicycle. I race him on a skateboard. He's on a bicycle, but I do hook up. I hook up on his handlebar, so we do a whole I always pretend I am in rollerball with him.
Oh, has he tried to run into a tree to knock you out?
No. I actually grab his bike and slow him down. That's how I've been winning. That's how I win.
I didn't know that that's what you were doing. I think I might take the bike and have a little nasty spill.
Yeah, you should. We got coyotes in our neighborhood, so I'm always skating around wondering if I'm just going to get like attacked by a coyote. Oh,
surely
Damian,
no coyote
Portland, Maine.
risk an encounter with you.
What did it change? But it didn't, right?
No. Maybe you should do like all the cool kids and do it from the laptop.
Is that what you guys are doing?
Peer pressure.
My kids use the laptop for school. I don't have a laptop. Oh, wait. Dave needs IT help. That's my new name.
Yes.
How are you even typing this? I don't even see your hands moving. What do you have? What are you sitting on the keyboard? What's going on here?
No. You just can't see my hands, but like I can type.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
But yeah,
Damian, don't you wish you drank some like 10 beers during this thing? This feels a lot like the marathon screener, but we're not
I
watching.
don't know how I left them, but you live and learn. Hopefully.
You left what? The beers?
Beers, yeah.
and see, Damian's lucky. It's just this one episode. I'm 85 episodes deep of this.
Oh my goodness.
No, listen. I keep you on your toes because we make edit gold. That's the beauty of compared to the Facebook streamer thing that Damian did with Elsie and Felissa. There was no getting out of that. It was live, and it was like we can. We put a couple bells and whistles on this thing, and wait till you see what happens. You won't even recognize it.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be something.
I'm
else.
excited. I can't imagine.
I'd show you the videotape right now, but the camera ain't working.
Oh, look, he finally figured it out. I thought I didn't actually.
Holy shit!
What's going on?
Was here.
What is going on? This is great. It worked. I don't know how that worked. I shut it down.
Look at that. I bet against you, Dave. I was wrong.
I still want to get Now I'm going to open up my son's laptop here. I could set this up so it looks like I'm on a laptop.
Did you put the phone down on another laptop?
Yeah. I could put it even more so you could see the keyboard. Where's the keyboard? There we go. Hey, look, man, I'm as cool as you now, guys. Not the cards.
Keyboard?
School. I'll put my son's gamer thing on. Now I feel like we're really doing a podcast. Hey, guys, what's up? Or we're announcing like a football game or something.
There we go. You've earned an upgrade on your name.
What is it? You're in the show? Oh, Dave, finally. It says you're in the show for me. I like it. All right. I'm glad I'm here at the very end to kind of wrap this up. Wrap it up. What's going on?
Well, I want to thank you, too, for the memories.
Yes.
See, this is like the...
I've got one of those.
Yeah. Damian doesn't. There you go.
I survived. I could probably buy one right now.
This is camp. This is bloody what? Bloody summer camp?
Bloody summer camp.
Yeah. This is.
Are those tin?
What?
Are they tin or are they ceramic?
No, they look like they're cast iron.
Yeah.
But they're just ceramic. They're just ceramic to look like that, you know? Look like those old camping mugs, the cast iron ones. I thought that was a nice little thing, but I think they sold a lot of those. They sold a lot of those.
They gave all of us one. So.
Yeah, I'll put up some Time's Up awards tomorrow.
We could sell one of my son's books from his distant learning thing. This is the medieval world and beyond.
See.
You know, I'm willing to sell everything on this kid's desk. You want to sign?
Sign that? Sign that? We sell it?
I will sign everything. A scientific cattle. What do they call these things? I've never seen one.
Calculator.
Calculator.
I got one on my phone.
I know how to spell shit upside down and like hell. That's about it.
Boobies.
Yeah, boobs. I never got to that one. You want a pet rock? We got a pet rock right here. I could sign this for you guys. I will sign a mini skateboard ramp, or it's a pencil sharpener.
Right. It's both.
Or Creech and I will sign the bloody summer camp from their Indiegogo, and then we double it up. They're like, how much was it on their Indiegogo? We want another $50, but we'll send it. But we'll cross this out. We'll put Times Up.
Sell mugs from another movie. I'm selling my role.
Yeah.
On another movie.
And you can show up as me on location. Just don't tell them beforehand.
Here's the deal. When Damian finally sends me the script, I'm going to highlight my role. Now, we're going to sell the script, but we're willing to sell the highlighters. And like when the president signs a bill and it's 1 pen at a time, I'm going to only do one highlighter per each line. So you could have 1 of 10. Now, we're not going to tell you what page it's going to be on, but this is great. What are we up to? Creech, get one of these calendar things and start to add it all up. What we're working here. I think I'm adding another 1,000 to this stuff here. You know what I'm saying? I'm so glad we got out of that car in that dog park. Although, by the way, if anyone's into a Shih Tzu, $200. I'm telling you, I saw one. I think we can get it. And
I'm selling my dog too.
Yeah, we're willing to shave Times Up into the dog's hair and shit it out.
If you can get your dog to the set, we will shave words into it for only $500 a piece.
Okay. Now, I feel like we're on like the Home Shopping Network at this point. You know what I mean?
What else you got?
Yeah. This isn't something that's going to go lightly. I mean, I'm thinking maybe $500, but this is my Temecula Little League coach's ID when I coached. I had to go through a background check, so I'm not a child molester. This proves it, or at least it proves their background check doesn't work. We don't know, but anyway, there it is. That could be yours.
It doesn't look like a mugshot.
That could be yours. You can either do this for $500 or the roll of Piney. The roll of Piney.
Right.
I got a lot of stickers from my time at the Addiction Network. I don't know if you've ever seen those commercials. I go there quite a bit to get away. So 50 cents for that.
I have no idea what that is.
Addiction Network. The Addiction Network. Here's one.
Rehab?
If anyone's watching this, you can reach out to any one of us. There's a letter here I got from a Paul Verdile. Now, I got this letter. Did he sign it? It said, Dave, I met you a few years back at Monster Mania, New Jersey. I bought a few autographs off you, and I had a picture, but I was hoping that you would sign he wants me to sign this DVD cover of Devil's Rejects, the DVD cover of Walking Deceased, a picture of myself and Paul, apparently, when I met him. Oh, wait, there's more. And that's it. Now, I wish there was a date on this. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Paul sent me this maybe 6 years ago. And this is why I'm telling you, you're asking me when I'm going to get that edit done. This thing has been sitting here, and it keeps like, I'm like, oh, I'm going to sign it, put it over here. So
have you checked on Paul?
No, I don't even know if he lives here anymore. Now,
Paul may not live anywhere anymore in 6 years. He could have passed over the Rainbow Bridge at this point.
Yeah. I would say this: if anybody knows Paul, if he lives, I'm not going to give the address of the city, but if you know that he lives on William Street, Paul Verdile, on William Street. If you hear this, Paul, if you're out there, I've got your stuff.
He hasn't reached out to you and been like, "Where's my shit? Could you at least send me?"
Oh, see, I've moved 3
He's got
times
DVD
too.
cases without sleeves, right?
Oh, I moved. He's, yeah. I moved a lot. I wish there was a date on this stuff. Too bad there's not. Whoa, wait a second. Wait. What's this say? Oh, here you go. I think there's a date on the back. 8/19/13, printed at Walmart. Can you read the back of that right there? 8/19/13. Can you get that, Creech? Is that coming in?
Sure.
Paul, me and Paul.
I think time's up on that.
Me and Paul. Why? This is why it's perfect. This is why it's perfect. Now listen, what would be, I'm just asking the fans out there, if you could have Paul's stuff, you could have me signing Paul's thing. He wanted this 6 years ago.
What's the perk value of this? Maybe we can get Paul to bid.
Two DVD covers that Paul does not have. He's got empty ones right now, not signed. For the last 6 years, he's been sitting looking at the empty shell of DVDs, wondering if I'm ever going to find it. And Paul, and the best part is he's wearing a Psycho shirt. You'd think I would be scared of you'd think I would have been worried that I didn't sign Paul's thing. Paul, I'm with you. Paul, I've got ADHD. I have such bad ADHD. I don't even know. There might be some other letters involved. There might be a couple other H's and D's somewhere in there. I mean, I'm sure I got an F or two going to school. This is why you're wrong, Damian. I was not somebody that bullied kids because I really was never in class. I wasn't bullied. I was bullied by the teachers. Do you have a thing where you're bullied by the teachers? Because I got bullied by the teachers. Do you know in 3rd grade, Mr. Reese, he probably got me the best, and the worst. He took file cabinets. He took like 5 file cabinets, and he made another room for me in the corner that was surrounded by file cabinets. So I got to go back in this little cave, and that's where I sat the whole year. I didn't even get to sit with the
What did you do to make Mr. Reese do that?
I was just, this right here. You know what I mean? You can imagine you're trying to teach the time.
So that was the version of the thing they put over the horses so that they can look straight ahead. They're not like distracted.
Yeah. Except I couldn't see anything. So
this poor guy here, Paul. My God.
Paul Verdile.
You should look him up.
Yeah, I'm going to look him up on Facebook, and we're going to tag him in this when this releases.
I'll tell you, he lives in Mechanicville. Mechanicville. That sounds like some sort of it's Mechanicville, New York. That sounds like something out of Builder Bob. We're going to go to Mechanicville. That's
Mechanicville?
We're in Mechanicville.
Bob the Builder used to live in Portland here.
The actual Bob the Builder, or
the voice, the guy that did the voice of him. He lived in Portland. He died this year.
Oh, I knew that, of course.
Yeah, I know. I knew you knew that. Mechanicville, New York. That must be upstate. By Marathon and shit.
Yeah.
We got to find Paul. We got to do right by Paul. We got to find Paul. We got to do right by Paul. We got to offer Paul a fair price for his own shit.
Exactly.
Right.
Right, Paul, because we like you and we feel bad, I wasn't involved. Obviously, this is now 8 years old, but $750 all your stuff.
Yeah, it's there though. It's on Indiegogo. Is there anything else? Like, for instance, do you have any past due bills that there's a collector agency? We could put that up and we can then contact the collectors going, we'll pay, but you have to pay. You have to pay to get the collector bill from.
No, that's a good idea. Yeah, I got plenty of them. I ignore all of them.
Right.
Because I'm like, healthcare should be free. So I go get the healthcare, but then I don't pay for it.
I'm behind. I'm telling you, I don't think you want to know. I'm looking at my SAG bill. Oh, it's not that bad, but it says pay now with a big NOW, and that was a while ago. Hey, stay on the line. I'm gonna go find that Dave Sheridan's VHS American Million so we can throw it right here in the video. Folks, stay right there. Okay, I feel like now we're like running a marathon. Like, what's that thing called? One of those, like
Telethon.
yeah, like a telephone, like PBS, where they're giving you the tote bag and shit like that.
Only took us an hour and a half.
Exactly. And I thought he just had the videotape. He said he had to go find it. Sheridan.
Well,
Michael Scott's not pleased either.
Oh, I found it.
Oh. Can't wait to see this thing.
Wait, it's probably more interesting. Why don't we just show the whole world? Let's show the whole world how I live here. I think I can flip the thing, right? Let's see.
Yeah, please don't try to mess with the camera. Loose.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
Like, here we go again.
Wait, there we go. Okay, here's the hoarding toilet paper for the apocalypse. There's a share. That is the Ranger hat from Camp Twilight. Here is the Creech. You might remember this. This is the infamous watch from what's the movie I just did with Felissa? The Scream.
Bloody Summer Camp.
Scream Test.
No. Screen Test. This is the watch that I didn't wear in like one shot, and we had to keep taking it on and taking it off and all that other stuff. Yeah. How much for that? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so in here, that's a cool microphone there. This is the microphone for my band, Van Stone. All right, so there's one of those VHS tapes there. Oh yeah, I told you, it's still got the shrink wrap on it. Look at that. I will sell this. We don't know. This is one of these potlucks. Oh, actually, that's a script for the Ghost World character, Stuart. This is the first script I ever wrote. It's on, what do you call these things? A floppy disk or something? What would that go for? Who knows? It's almost like a mystery. You don't know what's going to be on this thing, you know? So.
I don't think it's a floppy disk, though.
It's not.
What is that
floppy
called?
on the inside. Zip disk? Maybe it's a zip disk. That might be a zip.
You can charge more since it's nostalgia now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's probably collectors out there for that.
That's what I'm saying, but it's also a script. There is the original script that I wrote on my first Apple laptop in 1989. There you go. I can't read. I think oh, and look, it's unlocked.
Actually, it just has a virus on it, so when somebody puts it in their computer, it just destroys.
I should probably put that little lock thing on there to steep it. I don't know I thought these were just called. They're not zip disks. What did they call them?
Do devices even have a place to put those anymore?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's just like this VHS tape here. Where is someone going to play a VHS tape?
But you might be able to find an actual VHS player at like flea market or thrift store.
Right. Now, see, these are real driver's license. Do you see these driver's license here? These are. I used to go all over the country and just wear different outfits and stuff and collect driver's license. And so that was part of the American Million. That's why there's a map, and why it's called American Million. And there's my nutsack on the back. That's great.
I see.
Here you could talk about the people that are in this thing. Let's see. There's probably better lighting in there, wasn't it? Honestly, I don't know if I can see this. I can't read it now, though. I'm in reading glasses. Creech, can you read?
I keep moving it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Hold it up.
What?
Dave Sheridan.
I'm in it. There you go. There's Travis Draft, Horatio Sands, Amy Sedaris, Mitch Ralph, Frank. Yeah, that's Frank Monaco. He was in Buzzkill with me. That's Travis and Frank and myself. He also went by Frank Hudetz. Ian Roberts, he's from the Upright Citizen Brigade. I think he's also in VP or VIP or whatever with that show.
VIP.
Mitch Rouse, Amy Sedaris, she's been in like Strangers with Candy and a bunch of cool stuff like that. Rick Borelli is a friend of mine. He's dead. All my friends are dead. And that's basically it. The rest of it are made up names. Like I directed it, but I didn't want to put my name on as directors. So I just made up another name. So, because there it is. Yeah. So look, that shrink wrapped VHS. This one's going to come to the Indiegogo. And I told you I didn't have that many. But look at this. It's, if you look, I've got
one forever ago. And
yeah, there's one there. There's one.
What's on this JVC?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We like have a VHS roulette. Just you don't know what's going to be on the tape.
My goodness, my
Like,
goodness.
you got to play the game. Is it a birthday party or is it porn? Dave's just
pilot.
Woo! All right. I feel like I should escape before he comes back.
Right? We're at the 2-hour mark. I wonder how long it would take for him to figure out where we both would be gone.
Here he comes. Here he comes. All right, Dave. Thanks for having me on. Send me a picture of the videotape, or I'll just watch this and take a screenshot of it, of the back. And good luck with
figuring out
your camera and video. And good luck cutting this.
Yeah.
Wow. He's in the bathroom.
Yeah. I see the toilet paper.
Yeah. Is this now?
Wait, did I how much did you did? There's nothing on there. We don't know what's on here. How much would you pay for a secret Dave tape that you don't even know what it is?
A lot.
Huh?
A lot. Can you hear us?
This one? Let's watch. Oh boy, here's a.
Is this in the
I can hear you
present or
now.
is this
You
in the
cut out
past?
before.
Okay.
This is right now. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We cut out.
Here's one. It's interview on 7/14, 2000. This is an interview for Scary Movie in New York on CBS on TV that my brother taped. So this would be, I don't know. I haven't seen it. There might be MacGyver on there and like A-Team or something like that. Something else my brother was taped.
I'm thinking that room is just no good for recording.
You could get a lot of stuff.
We need you to get out of the closet.
It's like a pot.
2 hours. 2 hours. There's some good stuff here, though. I think he can cut this down.
There's a lot up there. And that's about it.
I think I think now your chance to escape while he's going through videotapes.
All right. Thanks for having me on. This was memorable. I enjoyed all of it. Some of it, I'm sure, may be of some use.
Yes.
I'll talk to Dave later.
Okay.
And thank you. If you need anything from me, let me know.
All right.
Why? Am I keep cutting out?
All right. I'll talk to you.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, come on now. You know that's not possible. I can never come out of the closet. Paul, give me a key.
Yeah, you go in and out. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of this podcast. So before Dave hops back on, this has been the Dave and Creech Show. We've got a special announcement, hopefully within the next week, for all of you who watch. Thank you if you made it through this, and we will talk to you next time.